I was about to get sued. And it all started with an Instagram account about food. My name is Wendy, and 4 years ago, I built one of the fastest Instagram accounts that I had ever built, until I received a letter that nearly destroyed it all. And the crazy thing is, this all started because I posted some photos of food on Instagram. If you're picking a niche for Instagram or YouTube, this story might save you months or even years of wasted effort. 4 years ago, I joined Slimming World and found what I thought was a gap in the market. So when you join Slimming World, if you know, you get your book and it has Sin Values in it. And the book has hundreds and hundreds of products in it that you can go buy in the shops or the supermarkets. So when I was reading this book, I found it, it could be quite confusing because they just give you the brand name and the grams and then how many sins it is. And if you're going into the supermarket, this can be quite long-winded. So I thought that I would start doing carousels, reels of actual pictures of the product. So like if it was like a certain curry sauce, it would have the actual picture and the number of sins. And that would make it easier for people just to go in and do their shopping in the supermarket. People loved it. I started gaining thousands of followers and I built the account up to 70,000 followers. I wasn't just relying on good content though. I was very intentional. I posted 3 to 4 times a day. I would do carousels. I would do reels. And one of the biggest growth strategies that I used was Facebook groups. So I literally joined every single Facebook group there was in relation to Slimming World. And I would get my carousels, my reels. I would post them into the Facebook groups for all the Facebook members to see and make sure that the post led them back to my Instagram. I was gaining thousands and thousands of followers a day at some stages. And it worked really, really well until it didn't. I first thought it was amazing. I was getting messages from all over Ireland, the UK, people telling me that they were talking about my content in Slimming World classes, that they were speaking to the instructors about it. And it was nice to hear from people that it was genuinely helping them. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, if this gets back to Slimming World, this could cause a problem. And eventually it did. And I received a letter from Slimming World. When I opened it up, the letter stated that I was encouraging people to go to my page and that less people were going to group because they were getting information from my page. Now, I'm not saying this to criticize Slimming World at all. I know loads of people who have successfully lost weight with them, and I understand they need to protect their intellectual property. I completely get that. And that's not the reason why I'm saying this story today. So Slimming World basically said that I needed to remove the content straight away. So this was like a lot of work that I had put into it at this point. Like I really, really worked hard on the account. And it was just, I didn't really get it because I had seen people do very similar posts to me. Okay, I don't think at the time they were posting exactly pictures with the products, but they were putting sin values up online on TikTok, on Instagram. It wasn't as popular as it is now because now I do see a lot of people doing this. I'm telling you this because this taught me one of the biggest lessons that I've learned during my time working in social media. When you're choosing a niche, don't ask yourself, will this niche get me followers or views? Ask yourself, will I be able to monetize this niche in the future? Is the content that I'm using mine, or am I building it on someone else's intellectual property? Could somebody come along and take all this away from me? Will this content be my brand, my work, and will I be able to keep going with that content in the future? Could someone shut this down? Or if I had to pivot, would my audience come with me? Would they stay loyal to my account, or will they leave? This was all the questions that I had to ask myself overnight. I was very lost on what I was going to do next, which direction I was going to take the account in. And yeah, I could have just gone straight into calorie counting, sustainable weight loss, and things like that within that area. But I did decide that I wanted to pivot into content creation in relation to travel. So all the content that I post now, there is some lifestyle stuff, but majority of it is to do with traveling within Ireland. This is a mistake that many content creators make. They focus on what grows the fastest and not what lasts the longest. You need to be asking yourself about monetization. Do you own your content? Will this cause any future legal implications? Before you choose a niche, spend an hour planning instead of 6 months of posting. Ensure that you can monetize the content. Ensure that you own the content. Yes, I built an account up to 70,000 followers, but growing the account wasn't the biggest lesson that I learned. It was that if you don't own the foundations of what you're doing, someone else can come along and pull the foundations from under you in seconds. That's a lesson that I'll never forget and hopefully will help you build your page the right way. To summarize, Slimming World didn't go ahead and sue me. The legal letter gave me 14 days and I obviously followed all their instructions. I archived thousands of posts. I had done thousands at that stage and basically started all over again. Was it the end? No. I have over 101,000 followers now on Instagram. Was it difficult? Yes. But the lesson that I want you to take from this is that thinking ahead and planning in advance will really, really help you long term. If you like content like this, please subscribe. I do content every week on how to grow on Instagram, how to monetize, and how to become a creator and earn a full-time salary. Thanks for watching. Bye.